Alright, so I've been doing some work on the Scx24, working on some upgrades and stuff. I was going to go ahead and get the steering mod done on this one, but let me show you what I bought. I bought the wrong things here. So as you can see, those are the little gaskets or whatever that I had bought for these little O-rings or whatever, and they were going to be way too big for the front there, so I'm going to have to order some more. What we're going to do here is I'm going to try to attempt to show you the articulation on these two trucks. I originally had this jacked up a lot higher, but let me show you what we got going on here. So we got some new shocks here, and I've got the back here preloaded. Just kind of my attempt to see, what this is going to do and how it's going to work. I may take the preload out. I don't know. We'll just have to kind of check it out. I added a flight battery. Excuse me, 300 milliamp hour flight battery. The other battery I had was actually dying, so this is a 2S, I think. I'm not sure. Anyway, it came with a JST connection. I had to make a connector for this little guy right here, which I think is a JST PH or whatever. I don't know. But I wanted to make sure that I still had all the channels open over here, because I have plans to work with the lights and maybe even add another channel if that other channel selection will actually let me add something to it. I don't know yet. Still considering a bigger motor in here too, but to be honest with you, this works absolutely perfect in this truck, in this setup, the way that it currently is. So I don't know that I want to do that. I mean, stock, this thing runs pretty daggone good anyway. I just didn't like the shock. So, and there's a couple other things I did too. I took the battery, instead of it being so far to the back, I moved it to the front, kind of try to balance it out a little bit more. These rims are weighted, and again, these are the Thornbird tires. They're kind of small on here now, but anyway, let's get back to what we're doing here. This is a 3D printed truck. This is one of my better crawlers, hands down. Right about there. So let's stick a tire or something under there. Right about there. That's the kind of flex that this truck has. Now, let's check out the Scx24 with the new modifications anyway. So let's scoot this back here. Kind of get you a little bit of, there we go. So let's see, the shock's time to settle. Yeah, somewhere around there. So that's a little more than that. It's, a little more than that, and there's more room for the shock to travel to. So once I figure out how to make that smoother, that could be the preload in the back, because as you see, when I force it, it really starts to give me a lot more. But anyway, so this truck has always been pretty good anyway, so let's just kind of get to it. I wanted to show you here too, right? You got all the lights and stuff in the front. Check out the steering. Nice. That's stock. I don't know if you can see with all the lights blaring and stuff. I'm going to turn it off there for you. Check out the servo in there. That's stock. I have not upgraded this yet. So that's pretty good movement, pretty good travel. It does bind a little bit. Turn it off again here so the lights don't blind you. Down here, see the slop I have and the steering links and stuff. I want to take those out. That's what the O-rings are for. So anyway, let's check out the flex and stuff on this here. Alright, I'm going to get it to where it's in a little bit of a bind. Right there, you can see the back tire here is coming up, but what I'm not seeing, and it's starting to flex a little bit. Let me take you over here so you can see it. See how it's starting to actually, get this thing kind of set up here for you. See how it's kind of starting to kind of go on the one side? It's got more room there, but those shocks are kind of stiff right now. I don't know why. And as you can see in the front, you got the one side dropping down pretty good, and the other side over here is starting to come up in the wheel well just a little bit. So, I mean, that's pretty much what it's always done. It looks decent the way it is now, so let's see what else it can do. Let's try to put it in another bind. Alright, so this, I would much rather have a little bit more flex in the shocks. And again, I don't know if that's the preload, so we'll check that out here in just a minute actually. So if I push down, see how it comes down a little bit more, and it'll actually stay there. So I'm thinking that could possibly be the preload. So let me take the preload out and then we'll put it back in the same situation. Hold on a minute. Alright, so we're gonna see if we can kind of recreate that here. So we're gonna come down, try to put ourselves in a bind situation again. Fairly similar. And if you look, it is actually flexing more. So the front tires are down more. I know it's not exactly the same, but I mean there's a little more travel there, but not a whole hell of a lot. So it is flexing more. So I'm hoping it was just the preload. We'll check it out again. I want to see. So with the wheels turned, if I can get the camera over here, you see the flex and the bend on the truck. Hard to get the camera in there, guys. I'm sorry. See the front wheel there, front wheel over there. That's what I wanted to see. So I personally think that's better. That's how I wanted to tune it. So we'll see if it still crawls up the hill, because when I kind of jacked it up real high, I had a lot of trouble getting up the hill. So okay, didn't seem to be any issues there. That is going to be the setup I'm going to roll with for a while, at least on that truck. This one here, man, I've done some pretty heavy modifications to it here recently. I cut off the ass end here, as you can see. Maybe you can't see, this camera's terrible, I apologize. Right here I kind of ground all this stuff down, and what I'm working on over here is a couple of pieces that I can basically put on the back here, one piece here with some light cavities, and then also the same one piece up here with some light cavities, so I can add some lights to this guy, because this truck here off-road is my best, absolutely hands down crawler. This one here is a very close second, and again, this is stock, this is 3D printed. I thought this one was my worst crawler because it doesn't do as well on this course as the Scx24 does, but I'm slowly figuring out that a couple things that I just recently changed brings the weight down pretty good. I need to add some more weights to it. I can't remember if I added the weights to the truck. Yeah, I added some weights in the front there. That helps it out a lot. I have more if I really want to do it, but I don't think I'm going to. I don't want to go real crazy with it, because I also have another one back there that I want to kind of bring up to this level as well. And then this one here seems to do a lot better. It has a lot better travel, as you can see. You know, the more I play with this thing, the more the shocks are kind of trying to wear in. I know they're brand new. They came from China, of course, but they actually seem like they run really well. So I'm pretty happy.